Hey guys, I've had really kind messages and support sent my way today regarding starting my new treatment for my MS tomorrow night. You know, we've got the best neighbours, and our lovely next door neighbour brought me some flowers today and offered kind words of support, and things like that are priceless. And so many of you are being so kind and rooting for me, because we all know that tomorrow night I will be doing an injection, which is by design going to make me quite ill for what will probably be the rest of the week, I'd imagine. Now, my track record, my body's track record with new medications, with pretty much tolerating anything new being introduced into my body or my medication regime, or, well, just, simply being alive and just trying to be physically better. My body's pretty crap with all that. But in here, that's where the magic happens. That's the bit where, I feel low. Why wouldn't I feel low? Right now, I feel low. I've got a sharp spot. I'm back in a world where I have things like this delivered to me. I mean, the size of it. What am I even supposed to do with that? That's a sharps box, which tomorrow night I'll be putting my first of my new treatment in after I've shoved it into my leg. And, I've been told to then expect to feel like I've got the flu for around 3-ish days up to a week. And then I'll have a week of feeling better. But by better, what I mean is back to how I already feel now, which is exhausted in a ridiculous amount of pain. I already said exhausted, but I'm going to say it again, because if I'm honest, like, the exhausted bit is absolutely ruining me at the moment. My memory is nil and void. It's just got bored and done one. It's just wandered off. I'm not entirely sure what will happen if it does decide to return. And the whole thing is that I'm supposed to have this treatment now. Well, I'm going to be having this treatment now, and then hopefully I won't gain as much new brain damage and lesions on my spine, my spinal cord, although my actual spine, that's having fun of its own as well. It all sort of merges into one as it goes on. So the only thing that I can actually control with everything that's going on now is my mind. And as hard as it is, as hard as I'm being thrashed with my PTSD now that there's sharps boxes and injections in the fridge, and it's going back to an old style of life that I didn't enjoy first time round. And when your treatment involves expecting and being quite ill, it takes a lot to really keep your head in check, because how I feel right now is pretty rubbish, and I'm spending most of my life in the house. When I do go out of the house, I always make a point of putting pictures on Facebook, because then next year a nice memory of took the kids to the Trafford Centre, or me and my beautiful wife went for a nice meal, or went stayed in a nice hotel. I'm quite limited in my ability to do the things that I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll book that. And then I think realistically, and I think, I can't walk that far, or I can't do that, or I can't do this. And then I find ways around these things. I'm not in the house 24/7, but I'm in the house now with having to take medical retirement most of the time, because even just going and doing a small bit of shopping in the supermarket, it absolutely exhausts me. To cook a meal, the pain in my hands, and if I can cook a meal and not need assistance from Sarah, from my wife Sarah, then that's an achievement. That's the level that we're now living at, that I'm living at. So I've just watched a motivational video. Well, I say motivational video, it's a very short video by somebody who I consider to be an absolutely on point motivator. So yeah, a motivational video. And her name is Hannah Penny Broccoli, and she is a pal of mine. We are friends of old. But the girl speaks a lot of sense. She really does. The woman really does speak a lot of sense. And the video that I've just watched is about your mindset. You've got to make the decision that you're going to feel better. Physically, I cannot do a huge amount, although I'm doing my best diet-wise, doing my physio-wise, sleep-wise, taking medications-wise, looking for alternatives in terms of medication-wise. I'm doing everything that I can to feel physically better, but there are limitations there. So it is all this for me. It is all about my mind. It's my mind that forces me to get out of bed every morning. It's my mind that right now is playing tricks on me because of my PTSD. It's my mind that tomorrow may have a wobble going back to having to self-inject. And, you know, only I can do something about how I'm going to feel with all of these different things. And a lot of people tend to say to me is about like, oh, like, you're always smiling and stuff like that. Yeah, I think, God, if I'm out the house and I see people and I bump into them, I'm chuffed to bits. And it's always lovely to see familiar faces and see someone I've seen for a bit and have a hug and have a chat and a quick hello and stuff like that. It's brilliant. Same as it's lovely to speak to friends in messages and stuff like that. You know, I'm not lying around the house all miserable. Because there is absolutely no understandable point in me being depressed about the fact that I've got multiple sclerosis. I can feel pretty unhappy about the fact that I'm starting treatment, which even though the whole point that it's a treatment, you know, its name gives it away. It's to treat my MS. The idea is that it's to reduce the occurrence of further damage on my brain and my spinal cord, to try and calm the MS down from just completely attacking my central nervous system 24/7. And in doing that, it should reduce relapses. The only problem is, and this is the bit that's kind of bugging me with the whole thing, is in terms of strength of treatment, I'm actually going backwards, because I've had the 3 strongest going forms of chemo and pre-chemo treatments that anybody with MS can possibly have. So, and I'm still getting worse. And I'm not eligible to have the stem cell transplant. So this is the life. This, even on new treatment, even if it does help to get me back to being able to even just simply just leaving the house and doing some voluntary work, or to be doing my radio show, or to be, you know, whatever, you know, I've got to do what I've got to do to get through it. But it is ongoing, and all I can do is look after my mind and take the absolute best care of my body. And that's what I'm going to do. It's what I am doing. It's what I've been doing in these four walls since September, really. And I want to say thank you to those who've been there. It really does mean a lot. The friends who do come to our home and spend time with us, and even if it's just chilling, it does make a real big difference. And that's the bit that helps me in terms of mindset, is familiarity of how kind my friends actually truly are. And my wife and kids are brilliant. This life is hard. This is a really hard life for me to live, and they're on this journey with me all the time. They see me in pain all the time. They see me exhausted. They see me holding my back when I'm standing up. They hear me making the noises of a 90-year-old when I'm trying to get to standing from sitting. They see that I'm struggle to wash the pots because I get cramp in my hands. They see all of the things that I can't hide from them, because that's the reality. But being better mentally is the best strength that I can have, and that is the one that I refuse to lose. If I can keep that together, and I'm doing it, I really am, my body can do what it wants. It'll only last so long. We're only here for so long. But if mentally I can do it, I'm more than halfway there for a better life. Treatment or no treatment, always finds everybody well.